Hi, Terry.
Hi, Sarah.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. So we got a couple of things going on here, don't we?
There is a lot of stuff on this counter.
Yeah, we've been adding some products to Seattle Coffee Gear.
Perfect.
A whole new line. It's called the Primula line.
Very cool.
And so we're going to start with the cold brew glass carafe system first.
Okay, awesome. We're
So-
going to make some cold brew.
Exactly. So if you want to go ahead and fill this up, this is
Okay.
going to be the brew core.
Okay.
We're going to add the coffee grounds into the core. And I guess
Alright.
because we like it strong, so probably like 16 tablespoons.
Okay, perfect. I got a 2-scoop measure here, so
So about 8 of those bad boys going in there.
yes.
Cool. So with this cold brew glass carafe system, once Terry is done filling up the coffee grounds, the brew core is just going to go straight into the carafe and twist on. Awesome, that was fast. So it's just going to go right in here. Has a little handle, so it makes it easy for taking out and putting in.
And it sort of twists in place. It sort of has a little
Exactly.
threading there.
Right,
Gotcha.
so it just locks right there in place.
Okay.
And then we are going to go ahead and add some room temperature cold water.
Okay.
Because ultimately, you know, while it's brewing, you can stick it in the refrigerator and it'll cool down that way.
Yeah, I've heard of people doing cold brew in or out of the fridge. I usually do mine in the fridge so that it's cold when I'm ready for it. But
That's a good idea.
yeah.
So yeah, just fill it all the way up. So the grounds will stay submerged in the water while it does its brewing thing.
Very cool.
And then we can go ahead and add the top.
And there's another piece that comes with that. Can you explain what this guy is?
Yeah. So after this is done brewing, if you are kind of like me, I like to do creamer or some flavoring, some sugar. You could take the top off and then add, this is the mixer insert is what they like to call it. So you would just stick it down in there kind of like you did with the brew core.
Okay.
And then this is the little handle that kind of goes up and down and it mixes everything in there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so your coffee comes out and then that guy goes in there with your cream to mix it up.
Exactly.
That's very cool. All
So
right.
yeah.
And this is material, this is
The borosilicate glass, I believe is how you
Oh,
pronounce
alright.
it. So the entire system is
Scientist Sarah. here.
yeah, borosilicates. Yes, but the entire thing is actually BPA free.
Awesome.
So
Okay, very cool.
this part is rubber. It actually removes as
Oh,
well. So this can go in the dishwasher. This part I believe removes too, but I don't know why you exactly would want to take
Yeah,
that.
mhm.
The little spout, whatever. It's up
That's
to
very
you.
cool though. The rubber base, if you really are doing some frothing there, to keep it nice and stable on your counter if you're
Exactly.
using the mixing.
Yeah.
Okay. And I hear that that's sort of compatible with their other system here.
It is. So it is not compatible with this, although this is awesome.
We'll talk about that in a second.
We will. This goes with the 3-in-1, the Flavor It tea system.
Okay.
So the cores actually will interchange with each system. So we could use the mixer in the tea system as well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The same goes for everything with the tea. We could add this, which is, you'll see in a second, it's actually for adding fruit or spices.
Okay.
And then this is going to be a toxic-free gel, cooling gel insert.
Okay.
So you would stick that in the freezer, and then you could stick it into your system, twist it in there, and it'll keep all the liquids cool.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yep.
let's get rid of him. He's brewing right now. We
That's
can't
very
drink
cool.
him till tomorrow because it's like
Yes.
I think it was 8 to 12 hours we recommend.
Okay. Yeah. And I think too, it depends on the kind of concentrate you want to do. Some people like it a little stronger so they can dilute it. So cold brew is kind of one of those things you can sort of experiment a little bit with.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Okay. But they have another little guy.
They do. So this one is also, they use it as a cold brew system is what Primula does. It's on the go glass bottle cold brew.
Okay.
So it's just a tiny little version that you can take with you. It's made completely of glass and stainless steel.
Okay.
So the way this works is you unscrew the bottom and then you take the little strainer out and you add your coffee grounds.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
And then you would just add this back
Mm-hmm.
and then
And that's really fine mesh. I don't know that you can see that very
It is.
closely on camera, but it's really fine mesh. So you're probably not going to get a lot of
Yeah,
sediment.
exactly.
Which is great.
So we put this back on.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I did is I would just take this off and then add the water.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And since it's a cold brew, it would also sit for 8 to 12 hours.
Okay.
And the cool thing about this is what I really like is if you like to go to the gym or whatever, you can take the strainer out and then just use it as a BPA-free glass water bottle.
That is really great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is cool too. It comes with this little sleeve. So if you
Yes.
do happen to want to drink anything hot, This will protect you a little bit. And it's a little insulated, but it also protects the glass if people are worried about that banging around.
Yeah, I believe they call it a neoprene sleeve, which I believe is what dry suits are made out of as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's very scientific as well.
Absolutely.
All right, so yeah, you just stick that in there and you have a little handle so you can on the go.
Yeah, that's a great little idea.
So, cool.
Okay. All right, so back to this guy. Sorry, I know I sort of jumped around there in the middle, but
so many good things to go over.
Yeah, so we have this as well from Primula.
Yes. So this is the 3-in-1 favorite beverage system. You can make an array of different beverages with this. With tea, you can even do coffee. You can do a little sangria on the weekend, a little alcoholic fun.
Perfect.
But we have tea right now.
Yes.
The sober variety. So this would probably, depending on how strong you want the tea, maybe a couple hours, because we did use room temperature or cold water in it.
Yep.
You can also use hot water if you want to kind of speed the process up.
Okay.
But then, it would take longer, obviously, for it to cool down if you want to have iced tea. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can easily.
We can probably try this guy.
Yeah.
So this just unscrews. So we've got our lid here. And then this is sort of like that other system where it just twists out.
Yeah.
Perfect. We'll put this in our little cup here so we don't drip all over the counter. This is also really fine mesh too. So if you have, a pretty fine loose leaf tea, it's going to be
it doesn't look like a lot of sediment got in there.
No, not at all. Yeah. And so these are the same idea. They basically, if you have your fruit, screws in there, essentially. And our cold core here.
Yeah.
And they all have these nifty little handles so that you don't have to get your hands too far in unless you want to touch it down here like I just did.
It's so sanitary.
Yeah. I'm going to let you drink this in a second.
Yum.
Okay, perfect. So there.
Cool.
And then this just screws back on. So that's nice. You can keep everything sealed or pour with that. Okay. Do you want some tea?
Sure. It's too bad we don't have fruit.
It's true.
It's okay though. I know when we were testing it, we were just like meshing the fruit down in there.
Yeah.
It got a little pulpy, and some people didn't like that. So beware. If you don't want pulp, just don't smash your fruit.
Who did not like the pulp? I tell you.
I know. It's crazy.
All right.
Well,
cheers.
Thank you. It's really good.
It's good. Oh yeah, it's very good. And it's really light, but it's very full flavored even though it's a light color.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I don't even know what you brewed, but it's really good.
Yeah. Delicious. I don't know either. Some little elf came in.
Magic camera elf. Okay. Well, this is the entire Primula line. And like we said, we can interchange the core system.
Yes, yeah.
So just to kind of demonstrate, I'm going to use something from the tea system, which is the one you put fruit or spices in. And I'm going to try it in the coffee system to see how well that works. I'm going to interrupt my brew. Unfortunately, I know.
Here, let me get you a glass. Pop that guy in.
Why, thank you. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, very cool.
And it just slides on in there.
And you could really do like tea or something in this system too.
Exactly, yes. And vice versa, you could probably do coffee in that system as well.
Okay, perfect.
So, yeah.
And this, I don't think we mentioned, this guy, same material?
This is actually a plastic.
Okay.
I believe it's a Triton. I've never heard of the material till I was just looking it up today. But I don't think this is the glass. It's more of a plastic.
So this is sort of more for cold beverages.
Yeah, it's more resistant to breakage, but
yeah, so you don't have to worry so much if you've got young kids or somebody that's going to knock it around.
Yeah, and this is also, Primula says it is BPA free, even though it is made out of plastic. And I know one of the things that they also say is that it's scratch resistant, but we kind of put it through the ringer, so we got a couple
mashing all that fruit, I bet, probably had something to do with your scratch. Okay, so yeah, that's great.
But it's all interchangeable except for this bad boy, but this one's on the go coffee or tea.
Okay, but everything else.
Yeah, they got you covered.
Nice
in the
little family.
Yeah, the Primula line. If you have any more questions, just visit us at seattlecoffeeguard.com or give us a call, and we'll let you know.
Perfect.